Hello, loving brothers and sisters. I am so incredibly excited, actually, no, I'm ecstatic to share with you a project that I've been working on since the last Blue Hand Wave spell, the archetype that invites us to anchor our inner wisdom in this 3D reality through the magic, the love, and the beauty within our hands. And my hands were kind of aching for something creative to do, and I have to say that this project taught me so many things about the blue hand archetype and all of its light and also all of its shadow. So together with my amazing boyfriend, who was actually the one that had this whole idea and is the mastermind behind this whole operation, and together with one of my smaller brothers, we combined our creative energies together to bring to you, are you ready? Dun, 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 Dreamspell Orgonite Pendants. We have created 20 models based on the 20 solar seals within the Tzolkin, each uniquely designed and handmade with so much love and care. So I want to share with you the process through which we make these incredibly magical pendants. One of my smaller brothers, who's into 3D modeling and design stuff, modeled for me these shapes that were printed on a 3D printer. My boyfriend used these 3D printed shapes to make a mold out of silicone, in which I then pour epoxy resin and very delicately place crystals within it. Because it's a very delicate process due to the shape of the mold and its different details, I work in layers and I need to wait for the previous layer to dry up so I can add the next one. Finishing just one pendant is a process that extends over the course of several days. It's very much like a meditation process for me, where I feel like I'm painting with crystals. I also need to add in a little bit of color in some of the pendants, because for the yellow solar seals, the crystals are kind of pale, so I add yellow for extra vibrancy, and the same with white, where the crystals are a little too transparent. Anyway, after the crystals are placed, I then add handmade copper powder made by my boyfriend Alex that works with copper, so we have a bunch of copper powder that we gather from what he's working on. And on top of all that, we seal the pendant by adding in a handmade copper spiral. And the coolest thing about the spiral that wasn't planned, so the first time my boyfriend made a spiral, he cut it, straightened it, and prepared it for the spiraling process, only to discover when he measured it that it was 26 centimeters long. We were both like, whoa, this must be a good sign. So we decided to make all of the spirals the same lengths to keep the proportions of the sacred galactic calendar of the Tzolkin in place. And let me just say that I cannot make spirals. I mean, I simply can't. I tried so many times, but I don't have Alex's skill, so he's the spiraling master. Each pendant is infused with a lot of good intentions, prayers, medicine music, and calling forth the archetype of each pendant that I'm creating, which is why I always work on the pendant during days where the archetype is present. For example, if I'm making a white mirror pendant, then I'll work on it during days when this solar seal is either the main energy, guide, challenge, hidden power, or complementary energy. So it can happen that I start working on it on a white mirror day, but then I have to wait a few days before I can come in with the second layer and then the third. And then after 48 hours of waiting for the resin to dry up, it's kind of like opening a surprise and seeing what came out after days of working on it. And then we do the finishing touches of polishing the rough edges, and voila! These pendants, besides the fact that they are meant to help connect you more deeply with your main solar seal, or in fact with any other solar seal you choose to connect to, they are also designed to respect an orgonite-like structure inspired by the work of Wilhelm Reich. Therefore, along with all of the qualities that each archetype has that these pendants help bring forth, because this is the intention behind them. I speak out all of the qualities of the archetype when blessing it at the end. So, being orgonite in their structure, they also help protect you from harmful electromagnetic radiation and negative energy. They amplify your life force energy and cleanse and strengthen your aura. The crystals used in each pendant were picked in order to match the vibration and the frequency of these archetypes, bathed in the sun and cleansed before being placed in the silicone mold. After the pendants are done and I have to wait for the resin to harden up before I can take them out of the mold, I place them within a crystal grid, which I activated to connect with the Syrian consciousness, which is the source of wisdom of this whole calendar system. Also, I want to let you know that if for some reason you want another crystal placed in your pendant, for example, I use pink tourmaline and pink agate for the red earth, but I also made one for my father with red coral because I felt it suits him better. So if you prefer any other crystal used in your pendant, let me know and you can choose from the crystals that I have at my disposal. And another thing to take into consideration is that I can make your pendant in alignment with the energy of your kin. For example, I added the final layer to my white World Bridger pendant on kin 206, the white spectral World Bridger, which is my kin. So this pendant is really infused with my energy. And if everything aligns, I can work on your pendant on your kin day to really soak it in the energy of your kin. I also have to say it's been a whole ride reaching this point where I'm ready to finally present these pendants to the world. I actually came close to quitting the whole thing twice, but it's been a process of learning so many things: acceptance, patience, letting go, surrendering to how the universe wants things to flow rather than trying to make things go my way. And it's been a lot about doing something creative with my hands. I haven't expressed myself creatively through my hands since I was a teenager, I think, besides playing my drum. So it's been so healing for me just to go through the process of turning an idea into a beautiful manifestation. And like I said, it really made me understand what the blue hand is all about. And I love that I started this whole process during the blue hand wave spell, which again wasn't planned. It was just perfectly synchronized. The price of a pendant is €55 plus transportation, but if you order yours by the end of this wave spell, you can get it for the discounted price of €47. Also, if you've ever had a session with me or if you participated in one of my workshops, you can always get them at the discounted price of €52. And if you're from Romania, you have an even more special discount of 222 lei. So starting today, these pendants are available for any of you who feel drawn to them. So you can order your solar seal or any other solar seal you feel the need to connect with or you feel drawn to connect with more deeply. And you can order them by sending me a message on Facebook or on my email. And as always, if you have any questions about the Dreamspell calendar or for decoding your galactic signature and understanding a little bit more about how you can attune to your purpose in this life, you can contact me either on Facebook or on my email. Wishing you an ecstatic and exciting day in Lak'Ech.